Hello, good morning, and welcome to West Coast Morning on West Coast TV. This is where the tide of information meets the wave of aspiration. Today happens to be Wednesday, 29th day of October, and we are seated here in our studio. We are transmitting live from Aguna Kwanta in the ADB building, and it's a brand new day along the beautiful coast of the West, and this is where we bring you all the stories, conversations, and all the inspirations, and we get you informed, something to help you start a brighter day. My name is Richard Bintum, and I'm here with Jemima Ando, the ever-present Empress, here in the studio. Together, we are going to get you connected, informed, and refreshed. And Mali, and that's what my people will say. Mali, it's a market day at Aguna Nkwanta. This is where all traders convert to have interaction or have transactions of businesses. And he said, the Kabila Mo Bella, baby will be ano se penyomato, be it intare, it's ban, me pebiano, the best place for you to have your market, Aguna Nkwanta. So wherever you are, just get a car and tell the driver you want to get to Aguna Nkwanta. Now, big deal, Ugwa. Stay connected with us. Let the show be interactive. So you are watching us live on Facebook and YouTube. Get your comments coming through so that we can also read it for you. And send no comment na yanken can yam farm like and share. And now when you so when you be pay the show is fully packed. We are here. The ma OCC inano yensa beka fache and there 2 days in and when and on the morning show. Nyoma ekule be into technicians in the Nyoma Rotutu Aquanim. We are back, and we are indeed back for good. We are here to serve you the best, get you informed, get you all the big stories and conversations that you need now while soon a tomb in Huma or Kodo, and Hunter Western region and Ghana in ma ye try young aba yeba Empress Jemima Bobo Modernana or the motivational message and a quote for the day no or the then with the program and other stories no run aso Edward tre ede aba mame kodo da was na de bia edu data ede ehwe hen enti mafa wo sa afa aka ufoni and the computer the kabela makra ewo and any medium bela makra any just take and stay yetwa yan yaka. Okay, yenda was the Ecuador na atwene yen yaba back and I am faj medinu yen fan shasma and pay my Empress. Good morning.
Bonjour.
Ça va?
Je vais bien aussi.
Merci or gracias. You see, the American mama me the Spanish yeah.
Anyway.
I don't think you go in there to read some words that you come in.
Oh, I'm trying to get some basic greetings and other stuff in Spanish.
But it's fine. I'm surprised a country like Ghana be a neighboring country see more about the French speaking countries, but we find it difficult to speak French. Yeah. I understand that we're colonized by the English, but when it comes to French, they are anchor. They be difficult.
French, it is difficult for my osan say with me example like French. Me and French from I think Unity Academy is somewhere around class 6, JHS 1, 2, 3. You want BC. You want SHS. But when I started languages. Now I wanted to do languages, but I'm going to start it. It could be like, because I didn't have the opportunity in me forget it. But when I went to the university, yes, I said, yeah.
French. That's fine.
I'm having interest in French.
That's fine. I remember back in the days I was Tasco. Monsieur will come, and in fact, we will not take it serious. Ma ikre belani ye lady because we first wasi ye did moyo kokahele. In fact, we lost a great opportunity. Anytime you get opportunity to learn, so wahanta mem. Don't say, oh, wahanta language in a day. Oh, didn't mean to mean it should be an opportunity for you to learn the language. You have no idea. Kwana kasano betum wabo. Until Gagbo could do Hanako Belani. Suma better in delay. But it's unfortunate Ghana when it comes to Adendele, especially French. Yeah, very serious. In fact, today we'll talk about language. And over the weekend, the Minister of Education made some pronouncement with respect to using the mother. One thing that will look in our it will feature in the language conversation. So John, Sir Ebuazi, I was also impressed work. We'll look at that issue as it unfold itself. I was also like Ezekiel on 6th October. There was a massacre. There was a conflict. A conflict between Butre and Asemekom that took the life of a gentleman. Please, be additional arrest in Timeso will bring it to your doorstep now. One man, equals road. I was also like, we'll stay with education. Now, as a minister, is also about Ghana will not tolerate any long hair bella school, and this is a very big conversation that people are having, and people are asking questions. When it comes to the moral upright of an individual, whether long hair contribute to Meswan, we'll look at it. The minister made a strong argument for him under his regime. He's not going to allow school. So these are some of the things that we'll look at. It's over the weekend. So the Nemos also made some arrests when it comes to Galamsey in Wunjukwe. So these are all stories more in one way will take you through. When the guy sits now yearly in Como later in the day or in the show, the NCC will also sit with us. Now you have a big conversation more. It will can Empress you ready for motivational quote. Empress, in one name, Madia Alem motivate ya.
Okay, and see for this week we are looking at some etiquette in Manakabia, some social rules. Ebia, and one or two women you need to know as a human being, and I can as an individual, you need to know and just apply in your dealings. Until Monday, we started with just dress well.
Yeah.
No matter what the occasion, like my Belane, even if say Kodo Aliapo or Junction can at least wear something nice. You may not meet or you may not know whom you will meet on your way going. In everything, the Black Marco Belane, you need to dress well because people address you on how you dress. Into dress well, and that's why you're clear. You say, always get up when you are sitting and someone comes to greet you. Say, always when you are sitting down and someone comes to greet you. It's not. I'm kind of Muslim. Say ye mbambalibba, and I can be ye I him for me, and I can bumbunia. Yes, baba, near Jew, near Samabe. No, it shouldn't be that. Even with ourselves, with our peers and our friends. Say a dazavonu, and I be as of now, Baba Zamaya. At least we need to stand up, then greet them. In Sisamada, if can call care. Na a be back, never can am to Mamia. At least it come to you. Numbers a man couldn't back and see. That is what men ne. Yeah, can. Say, you didn't know. Sad as one, maybe back. At least just stand up. Na seman nkuni na nyani hofa.
But I'm just the mbambani yena na more or yema be also respected.
But I'm saying self we need to do that.
We need to do that. And the respect of Nukuni.
If it's a kokula, we can kokula. The school banner bus someone. It's a maupa. At least a kokuma to do. I say we can say down. Nan kokula be level. I no harassment. At least a hag.
Made clear,
He create an
An
yeah,
okay.
okay. Okay. Did mama say man? Miss my but yai ready to do ijinani ke if funny be fair mammy that is it care a bumbling and a care mumbling could say a care yes it'll be from I'm the young so
yeah, so and that is what the Empress is telling us this morning. Okay, irrespective of Nima at the Anaka Bielma is a money, Yava and Nidi Yava, so was here and as a dazi. That's a BA is a mama, but more than na yeke epidio no jeke, and according to Empress, this shows some sort of respect more alama. Let me tell you, can now one our show is proudly sponsored by Evivi Rice in Ticlem. This is a Vivi Rice more and ye auto. And in fact, rice brand bill on the market more fertile this long grain Vivi rice. But this is a local rice. More say a jollof, a fried rice, any form of saka ali belani and more the bambiano. And then I pay me recommend a Vivi rice with the amount. A Vivi wagro and tell be our Abroso enterprise that is opposite Bedi Bones Senior High Technical School Gate, Wadamaso, and I echo Uncle Ben Wa, now soon a benye be na ato. And Christmas lebe, with my full organization, be a corporate institution, be a woman, what per day, what surprise, one staff, one employees, and I there a doffo per day eto and more they catch one day, but I'm recommending a Vivi rice now, mete, oye, and more, why no Ghana haya. Enti ekwa mepe bia no ebi amacho no ebenye bi epe 5 kg, and in fact other rice brands or system no bebre na ye less below 5 kg or ye go have 4.5 4 kg, but a Vivi ye 5 kg into ehwa ebi wom papa the maso and epe 25 kg ebenye bi the maso and epe 50 kg ebenye a Vivi rice now. I just called these numbers 054 25 88774 054 25 88774 Damaso and 027 95 30 360 027 95 30 360 Baby will be an another do be a epeno a viving painful I ready the obejo na in an pay when we do go na wa bona wa sister we the banding titru and more no. And I don't know how some a Vivi rice and anope. Quickly, let's go to Yen stories for the day. We are starting with Asemco issue, no, and as I gave you the background earlier, on 6th October, no, yena yen me there basa ye kodo or between Asemco and my newe no lipako ashre kwa oye abrantia oye ninua ne oye Butri or your chief, no. In fact, please, two and among bebre na arrest bebre na wakodo. The latest one, no, man, enum bia please for one sa akahon. I will one various hideout into that is the latest information. Please for what in my end. I want to wait can check one, Mrano another in some rich and there one on a kid na ayas and Libya, Emma, they have been reminded in the custody of the police, you know, until we are looking at my awkward door, and I'm sure the others are watching when they will be arraigned them before court. Inti also yeah, they know who in Abemela. Let's go to the police another released by the Ghana Police Service, and this was released on 24th October. And also police update on Asemco murder case in the Western region. The Western Regional Police Command has arrested 5 more suspects in connection with the murder of John Aban at Asemco in the Agona-Kwanta district of the Western region. Now, the 5 suspects were arrested at their hideout at various locations within the region. On Thursday, 23rd October 2025, suspect Kobena Sifi, 50 years, was arrested at his hideout at Ampatano community near Asemco. And on Friday, 24th October 2025, the Regional Police Intelligence Directorate arrested 3 more suspects, namely James Eshen alias Abeku, 25 years, Bassi, 30 years, Abraham Kudu alias Yale, 39 years, and a Kopente, 45 years, who were arrested on 15th and 21st October. They were all remanded into police custody to reappear on 30th October 2025. And it will be recorded that the deceased John Aban, a brother of the chief of Butri in Asemco, was attacked and murdered on 6th October at Asamko following a chieftaincy dispute. The suspect fled the town and went into hiding after the murder. Into this one was signed by Mrs. Olivia Iti Adeku, the superintendent head, the public affairs unit of 2nd Western region. Into ono ena ohono. In fact, on one of the earlier arrest that was done, them for 5, they were put before court and they were later on remanded in police custody. Now, what the police is helping us to learn this morning is that Nyamabo Ochina or 30th October, they will reappear before the court, secondary court now, we determine one fate. Now, if you look on your screen, now, actually screen where we are giving you the pictures of the latest arrests Waba, Oye Mrantie Enum police for Wansa Akahon. And we are now having age Oye 18 years. The first arrest now Obia Osawum was 20 years. This time around we are having Stephen Nyame alias Joe 18 Stephen Nyame and it's on our short, so you can have Stephen Nyame here. James Eshen also alias Abeku and also has been arrested and he is just also 25 years. And the age difference now and age gap now, it's between 55 years to 18 years. Into this the latest arrest police for why year. Yanka there, any young for please suspect there. We name an aban no be until they will put them before court. Now court will determine what fate. Into this is what is going on. Some comment. The big question is that whether this will bring some sort of solace to the people of Asamko or Yadia or Dinkranche. Sorry, people of Oye Butri, Titu Ebusuya, John Aban, Ofim Oye Adishi Ebusuya Wudigwa Oye Butri. The big question is that in the Nyomo record, Oye arrest or look or the Yadia or the Akomato Yim Kakrebi de Bebra wana. Looking forward there in Kabum Swan. Yes, between Oye and Asamko. In fact, this is an unfolding conversation. Will bring you up to speed what will happen, especially my obesi court ho biano. Jemima wahade na mimbisa no. Yenhwe so far, the Ghana Police Service 2nd and Western Region at Wabono. Which one among?
Yeah, so thank you again. As you said, no, and one the way to be, and it is when I saw this release, and I was like, oh, these people are really working. I mean, they be America the Ghana Police Service. So what's the one person? But wherever you are, you've gone to hide. Wherever you are hiding, no matter what, unless they be a what's the one person, let's give them the shout out and they be a kudos to them, the Ghana Police Service, for good work done. Now, yes, Rawan, this is a recommendation. Now, when the release came, now I was asking myself, okay, so what about these people not watching one? Is it about one what share like one what they ejected to fear and they be I wanna watch it too.
Yeah, so this one is after this arrest is purposely on one. Please so there what can we did ransom by the what did or yeah
yes, okay, so then it means that they have to go on for I wanna betray for now so watch a show for one down. I think they are working on that as well because say if they have been able to apprehend allegedly we ye and they would travel and Sebio we did to feel one or don't and there wasn't one so what they a jar to two a chronomono one wasn't one sank one so that they will face the law because saving is a crow why the mother date here yes they have every right to do it but sometimes also at the Russia will say you would also face the law. And she said, what was in the too check. I don't go for ones who would too what they just to go for one fear. I think there are some go far. One fear session and one count, so they will be released better to the case. So that's what I have.
Yes, me did the Obibia no kind as some who have been displaced na wakotentina baby one young kofu won't fear na I don't know. In fact, or a difficult situation. But Empress, I wanna what G now what near what G and so feeling same so yeah another serious thing.
Serious matter.
And with this arrest and extra ebusia of femino or the akuma or the need do be by mawana akuma to be in a way by mawana.
Exactly. They will feel released because say mukun another mubusini, especially the woman and woye nukun and them. The last time that we went there, now sister Nenyuma, you can't even look at her face because it was a serious matter. It is a serious matter. And see, at least Kunenino she'll be relieved, sorry. No what on kakra. And butchery community Nankasano, so they will be much happier. And the family of brother now, I learned was also friend John also.
Yeah, John.
Yeah, I learned he's John.
No, he's from the royal family because Nimia paying na Odiade or butchery. Yes.
Oh, okay. I see. Then the butchery community Nankasano, so they will be happy, very much happier. And family Nankasano so because I think a friend was complaining this issue is very it's a way to watch it. The who they think the Ghana Police Service think they are behind this atrocity. There will be a relief for the family and the wife as well.
And the honor is coming from Empress that at least it will bring some sort of hope, relief to Oye Ebusia, Titru, Oye Kunenino, and number. In fact, Yaka and Yabako Yaka, the chieftaincy issues in the OBBR, but it shouldn't get to a point where an individual would have to lose his or her life for some of these things. And when you lose life like this, we can't get it back. We can argue, we can disagree on so many issues, but it should not move to this extent where we would have to take someone's life. Until we expect the Ghana Police Service, the Washington Juma Passy, what the area, as Empress also rightly indicated, we also want to look at the other side of the coin where Kofoso Woko say, or ye Ejapade, or ye, on one way, some Kofo dia, a man, a chrono, Wadampan. In fact, we'll have time, then we'll go to Oye Asamko to bring you the current state of the Asamko Township, whether people are getting back. The MCA, the MP, and the security and paying for institutions or Hunter West and Western Region to Anamont Bebre. The regional minister was there, and we are praying there in Sisaya, what they are at to Guano, Nina, no, so abapa, so that life will be brought back at Asamko. And the sad thing is that Empress, it appears school day onya home fan it and frere Asamko because I've seen the head for Asamko old school no around and maybe Saturday no memory then also will go. But in fact I've also not heard and read anything from the Ghana Education Service as to the plans are what do to Egua just to get more money back to school. If they are not going to Asamko, I wanna wait to Akwatina baby because of issue. What are the plans to get these young ones back into the classrooms? I'm sure we'll expand this conversation and get the PRO for the Ghana Education Service a Hunter West. Now you pisano these questions, the things, the plans. But Empress, we've not heard anything from the Ghana Education Service.
Yeah, I think I'm trying to be corrected. But this issue, now I was expecting, for me, I was expecting the Ghana Education Service, Ahanta West, municipal and the district, to bring out a release that this is what has happened in the community, and they are looking forward to do this or do that. But one, but then maybe I didn't see it. Maybe I was a bad, but I'm I stand to be corrected. And also, headmaster on the very first day he made mention of the parents and Ankasanumbono. They one okay because of this and especially one of what will be one of the father over to one because I learned the BC will be written in somewhere in May next year. And see, or they yes, I can, Fred headmaster and they get to suffer one, they need this any update. Them of one of what will be say, it be a one sack and one even if the ones won't go as some coconuma, no one gather one throw and one share the classrooms. There are other communities, which mean, yes, as some asana, or baker okay, a hand your one so still na you sure they can go to a community like Ampatano. Utum Ghana of money and a phone compa when your classroom. So what why you was register one separately as some called basic school for the BEC. Nemo will be a classroom with different community not too much because with this the Ghana Education Service or Ministry of Education will not come and say there because your community will face them challenging into BEC aggregate 6666. No. Ghana Education Service or Ministry of Education will never do this. In Sabia, headmaster or the Yebisano, Abia, how far? From one BC shown how far, and also from the basic level, maybe from K because I learned the government schools in KG1, KG2, from KG1 to KG2, and the primary 1 to 6, and JHS 1 and 2. Them of one, Abia, have they been able to get in touch with the parents? Say even if some from one want to call as some call chrono, no want to go see the parents and also the I didn't because now like I said, only the one obedient. I bet him put up his camp no being able like that. When you remember local school, you mark admission and non count and see the Ministry of Education and the Ghana Education Service. I can't find and the Hunter West or two museum big queen now 2 million of money back. Now, okay, more from me, sister, and because of what they are going through, school, government schools or what communities, the number of money in the classroom, I think they will help the parents as well and the children as well.
Okay, Empress. In fact, when this issue happened, personally I paid visit to some of these teachers at Wachado. I had conversation with them. In fact, they were traumatized to the extent that I'm sure coming back to teach us at summer corner will take a lot. And they didn't show any willingness to come. These are people who are not from here, people who are with Jawane Busian or the Obabe PBB, the Abebwa and Taman, and they were subjected to some of this. And one teacher, they were in class, when them ranting, Wokitekita, or and Sakana, they are working. So at a point, one can we say one, and even that seeing them in your money, in fact, I leave some sort of indelible fear in them. And even more formal people who dominate your manner will run. The sad thing is that they had to run. And when ya car be a car and one banner, a quantum car is be a quincia. And then when you may now won't TV won't be piano, according to a church for no Nihina, no Uncle Fubu, one dan, Koye Nihina, what the point. And see, in fact, I'm sure the Ghana Education Service and the ministry together need to do a normal bebre. We need to have counseling session for these teachers. Now, you or not doing feed them your money as well as a more formal. We need to do something for them, but we've not seen anything for now. We've not heard anything. You'll take the bella, you'll want the bella from the Ghana Education Service. We don't know where and when more school locations to come out and work. But as I've said, the directorate will engage the education director. Now, what was some called the plans that the Ghana Education Service but work from some called work now, but more so both school so via. If you just join us here West Coast TV and you are watching West Coast Morning, we are transmitting live from Aguna Kwanta in the ADB building. I'm here with Empress and I pay we've dealt with some call and some ma yɛreka nyinaa ne dɛ wɔma nyɛ nyinaa yɛmboa na peace anade asomdwe ɔmfa ne tampa ɛmfa ɛmfra meka kyɛ anɔpɛ yi na the program is proudly sponsored by Evivi Rice nti sɛ ɛpɛ ɛmo edi a ɛpɛ ɛmo de ayɛ jollof ɛpɛ ɛmo de ayɛ fried rice assorted rice braised rice ɛmo biara aha wɔpɛ dɛ ɛyɛ ne biara no the best rice brand a ɔwɔ market a obetum aboa na etim edi ɔyɛ nutritions na enya kapapapa no ɔyɛ Evivi rice epe bi ato agona kwanta ɛkɔ ɔyɛ Abroso Enterprise right opposite Bedibon Senior High School gate wadama so ɛna anka ben ɛwɔ cargo station ho a ebenye bi na ato ɛpɛn dodo etu Evivi rice afre 05425887774 at 0279530 na Evivi mpanyimfo ɛne wɔn di nkɔmɔ ɛpɛ 5 kg we be bi the amount 5 in 1 we be the amount of mass 25 kg and a 50 kg na no oye Evivi mpanyimfo a benye bi na wade amount. Now quickly let's move to your next story and ye na ye name there over the weekend no Jumedi Bebre Kodo the president of the republic program national ye ko hu there oye conversation bebre na okodo ewo ho titru eye ma oye the minister of education or the betu gwa na nsem ebien na osisi ewo ho mo odi kan minister no the betu gwa there orse kete de na soye no together with the Ghana Education Service behwe na oye ye mother thang no ye di aye dwuma ewo adechim titru in the basic level. But let me give you a background there. Already we have a policy where we have the L1 and the L1 is saying that from the lower primary the mode and the language and the kasa which are there the child should be oye abofoba ne nukrum kasa and he say yewo and yewo hanta memory the kasa and could be our from KG or class 1 day obetum or the edim come and if class 3 or the kasa should be oye a hunter language and the painful jitu me there onone ade obetum abo ma afa no wate ase na adesua no wakoye ara eye. But this time around the minister is saying that let's encourage the use of oye yen krom kasa even in the basic level na oma entiase no ombra producer beboa na we have a video of the minister abra o di domain common. But let me go to Empress now. Maybe it's an Empress nadwen ewo nadwen tre ewo ma ministry or the abetugwe.
Okay, so what regarding Minister of Education, that is a Honorable Harry Naidruso Nasim Suga over the weekend language, you know. Alentina will launch or free tertiary something for I stand to be corrected for disabilities, yeah. In Nimu and language no suboku and it was when I saw the video I was like I'm relieved now because mofumano language nankasa yenkrom yenankasa our mother tongue that is a L1 or there yede sha say mofumano parents bi o wa ekofiefi bebre na parents bi o wa they don't even speak the local language with their kids. It's all about English. Brofo no oye nanso no I think that some basic things are for one order in their native language, their local language, you know, or they won't, especially Ebana and Hansa because we are in the Western region and Hansa West to be precise. Abanda here, you can't that. Minister of Education say anchor from be a government school from KG1 and KG2, but I call private schools here. Some even start with crèche. Into crèche they shouldn't only look at the government schools. They should look at the private ones.
I think I can hear a problem over here.
Yes.
But you enter the school premises and the friends speak English only. Then some they will write vernacular is highly prohibited.
Community speak English. But yeah, they are under one, so speak English. Okay, came once but English is nice. But because exams me ekele mo ti ekele wo brofo aside from local language fancy and like a friend maybe a dagbani and gan or enzima, that language is there me ekele BC and like ekele wasia e work, but yeah wo kran chicken ye va and die ye vie hilebe awdo school do say be kan ye credit a wo no ke kokole so kan unye ni bench kan wo broflo no a credit a okay cane afa cane ni ya scam ko be so ambo isu cane nti afa cane ni ya okay this is a cane then ni awa and then ba ni aha ni awa din down so that kokole kan oh okay cane ya and do ma de beka ana kebe ke ni a broom afa broom sinya ni afa broom ya ni awa sinya so down so that kokole okay broom me and the case mom can well the broford man de broom na afa company is a say one cry na ya promo ya raso ya mbaju mo go na se government schools ye cladia many I don't think it will help you have private schools me broflo me me be we sell we so the can be the every rice na brofle it baba but and then so if you can na am so I will feel so I mean me wo class so yeah ne ba ha and there will do I'm go to school yeah very simple I mean
Empress, it's serious with the private schools. I don't know how we'll be able to enforce this in the private schools because there's some sort of competition there, and
yes.
In their competition, one of them is the ability to speak
English fluently, not just speaking English, speaking it fluently.
And I'm sure some of us, we judge these schools based on some of these things. We want to know, okay, so these are some of the things. It is very difficult for the private schools the fight. This fight, it will still stay with the government schools. So, what do you think? What should the ministry do so that private schools will also?
Okay, since all the schools in Ghana are under the Ministry of Education and the Ghana Education Services, and the Ministry of Education or the Minister of Education is the highest profile when it comes to any law. Maybe even if the minister and like the ministry would like to pass a law for parliament, not by discussion count. But since they are the highest profile, like the highest body more, but for private schools, not only the government schools or the public schools as we call them, but private schools more so from crèche to the primary level. Baba and that baba your local languages nzima abanda kia and that for other communities ya Ghana Kwapim tree Asante tree Dagbani Moti baba grow up leto from crèche private schools especially mama kake ba hnamo be klamo so that parents more sample ya ni one full more brofle yen wo kuleka be kana mse parents mo kana brofle ashada ye baba na ipija ko sister brother ozo aha wo kure be wo kure but suppose they don't even know their language and kasa. And I think they say if the Ministry of Education of Family it is not only with the basic schools but government school private schools more super I think it will help na your language so yeah
so on your short is what the minister said. So as part of the launch of the free tertiary for persons with disability, of which more will deal with that one too, the Minister of Education, who is also the MP for Tamale South, said this. Is it Ghana Education Service to enforce the use of the mother tongue? It should be made compulsory in all schools across the country to promote effective teaching and learning. And so from the minister, this is not going to be just for the public schools. It's going to be for all schools in the country. private you, public you, they will make sure, okay, they will enforce it. So enforcement comes with some sort of aggressiveness. Okay, they make sure, okay, yeah. In fact, even in the senior high school, they've told me, say, making it's like a kind of antia.
Business.
Yeah, so how do you teach economics in Fante? But they are trying to send some message to you. And in teaching, feedback is very important.
Yeah.
What you get from the kids, you need to listen to them and also find a way to deal with it. So you might not be able to say something, but I think if you bring it down to the understanding, it will help them. It will help them. And they should encourage teachers to do it. They should encourage teachers to do it. But parents should also understand. And I'm also aware for you want to see where I can flow like.
I offer me a yellow more clear. Yanabaha, most of them come bomb, Yanabaha and that. Up about Mobile school come abroad from Bahama floor. Baba Bauda, Mabaha and that, Baha Fante, Baha Zma, Baha Ga, Baha tree, Asante tree, a crapping tree. Mom said the next time, in my next world, they say I'm in the Mbagana of one. Not apart from, and that a Horai no more, a crapping. I didn't delay him for a crapping. Into a crapping tree. So, one language more, me pay palm. I'm trying to learn it. Into Miss Wassam group.
So I said and that.
Me pay a crapping tree. Pa. Into your baudo, walk about baudo, and Baha, I didn't delay. And you can have a to even express himself with normal local language.
The problem.
If I'm more crack. And see. Yeah, the Andama so correct. I reckon that it can't done it anymore. But you can and then Baba means yeah.
Okay, so your whole Facebook na yenya genga or comment the comment. This one is coming from Edmond Bright. It says after learning the language, don't forget to eat jollof too. Auntie Edmond say jollof. Yes, and in fact you can't eat any jollof rice more. I say any jollof rice or buffet vivier. Man, no. There's no proper jollof in the system that you can prepare without preparing it with a vivi long grain rice. You just get a vivi. In fact, more called a vivi di sir I did turn get a vivi melody. Yakob Abrabello square. It made it a very big challenge more and oko because a vivi ye laid then more a banner. Local rice here. Vivi la equals. In fact, the may more ye promote ye local product. Now that's why I done Babevla. As also so Rashid say you are doing well. Some could say Rashid Abrakwa boss himself. Joseph Nacha Kwam say Nacha Kwam is a poor signals on Facebook this morning. In fact. Joseph, we are working around the clock to get everything resolved. It would be Ghana, data, especially but technicians are putting things together to get to the best feed. Now, program Kwame say good morning, guys. Kwame is also Kwame say, would you like to increase the sound, please? I'm sure. Okay. Scapula baby then mama, it was a good call for our schools to use our local languages in teaching and learning and to save nature Kwam and Kwame Meson Ediema Ibaya. Thank you. Please continue to comment, like, share ma abila so enyabi na programming ya yemua ya dodo hadwene na anda Western region in Ghana, Eva Idame Baba Evia. Now, over the weekend, there was a launch, and the president spoke a lot. And the more President Bedelukwa, when it comes to education, he's going to do some of these things to support education in the country. One of them was to pay the first year Moboko University fees, stress-free fees. I don't know whether you really enjoyed that privilege.
Yes, I've really enjoyed that privilege, and thank you so much to the government of Ghana. Yes, some of us we've received ours. It be also kind of ready at the ballot. It be more money and more care by it because of is it August helicopter crash. Yeah, neighbor was a yeah crash and then Malbo hold on the chain. But lines care remember the last week I received some messages care ready like most ready at the ballot. Me sure I'm an calls me to put in the list or scramble pending disbursement. It means care the change can go to and see they've settled some of us, and I am sure okay in the course of time and they would continue settling and then minimum next year so more so able to. And one thing more a value more a pocket more a thousand minimum sebio they are disabled.
Yes.
But
So
more throughout their university they will pay their fees, and it is a good cause.
that,
I think even if it is not NDC alone, if the next government, any government that would win in it, I think they should continue with that.
yes, I'm sure producer will make sure okay, the like that will go there and we'll boss this one together with my minister Ediema Ehane with respect to the language in Mwasa, bossy more more. So here these are the areas, highlighted areas more President Ehane. So the president has outlined the set of complementary actions that has been rolled out for persons with disability. So there's a legislative reform here. It said the government will introduce a Persons with Disability Amendment Act, a legislative instrument that will modernize Ghana's disability right. It will amend the act that was passed in 2006 in order to bring it up to date. So there's going to be some sort of amendment to reform the already existing act for the persons with disability. Now, health attention and early assessment. And the government says government will establish in each district a disability health and resource center. Specialized health assessment will be provided, and the national health data base for persons with disability will be built. And in fact, in every country, if you want to look at labor force here, it's got persons with disability. Most of them, many Ghana labor force here, you have more because of Bojuma and if we're able to have a data that can give us the total number of persons with disability, it will inform the government on certain decisions. So the government says this is what they are going to do. So rehabilitation and empowerment is the one thing. Another thing the government says they will construct and upgrade rehabilitation centers in all regions to support physical recovery and training for persons with disability. In fact, there are some persons with disability more, if they get some sort of training and recovery segment and exercise, it will help them regain full strength, and it will also prepare them to do certain activities and certain work. And the government says that is what they are going to do. Now, local governance integration. Every district and municipal assembly will establish a disability desk. This will integrate disability issues into the district assembly's development plan. So you know that already there's a quota of the common fund that goes to the disability. Now with this one, aside that one, government says that they are going to put in place strategies or measures where they will integrate them into the plan of the assembly. So if you go to these assemblies, if you go to municipal assemblies or district assemblies, you have a rep or you have a desk there more. Persons with disability can report their issues and they are deal to them so that they will also deal with them. Let's look at the next one. It says we will enforce a minimum of 5% empowerment quota for persons with disability across public and private sectors. The private sector organization that meets the quota will be given tax incentives, and public centers through the minister will report annually if they have met the 5%. And this is brilliant. So government says that integrating persons with disability would not only be with the public sectors. They want to bring in the private sector. And with the private sector, what they intend to do is that institutions and corporate bodies that will absorb these persons with disability are going to give them tax incentives. So government can give them tax waivers. You can work for some number of years where you will not pay taxes. So these are some of the incentives government is yet to do. Into good news for private institutions, and this one is the big one. It says next year, with the District Assembly Common Fund formula, we intend to increase the allowance for persons with disability from 3% to 5%. So according to the President of the Republic, now already the persons with disability, that their quota in the District Common Fund is just 3%. And those more assembly for the Common Fund, they have 3% of that amount. Some previously before to do now the government has announced an increment from 3% to 5%, and this is huge one for persons with disability. I hope that if we're able to handle this money war, it's going to help na yawabe so that we not find a biomarker but they also have Jumama. Government intends to introduce and distribute rechargeable motorized wheelchairs for persons with disability. In the area, one disability, and the government says that obey or the motor another I deal with one to on yet today the manual one. So that's what government intends to do. Now, gender equality will have dedicated programs for women with disability, providing them with entrepreneurship right and leadership training. So they will train or they will give entrepreneurial skills to women with disability. I remember when Empress, if you do, Abra tow boot in Sensam Bano. You know, the tow boot was more or less like what kind of word persons with disability. And it was meant for them. I want to walk 1 year and when they cancel the whole tow boot thing, some of them it's really affected them. But the government says that now they are going to ensure that they will give some sort of training, entrepreneurial training to women with this ability. Now with whom I want to win your baby what they why you I'll come to you then my mabu doing now. My other work know that we speak about it. The last one says accessibility and infrastructure will outsource Ghana's accessibility standard for disabled persons to all public buildings. We will increase the term of imprisonment and fines that have to pay for persons who refuse to comply to the enforcement plan of Act 175. You see, accessibility and infrastructure, Empress, there are so many infrastructure and other buildings and other public places are very difficult for persons with disability to access those areas. Yeah. Few individuals when we see one dana another we see a dana word ye ejuma aya baby a nkofo fan what year baby a sabe yenu animo wo kita wheel no betum wa fa bebre na where staircase ni we are nine.
So I think if I recommend that but the mostly in example because some companies see them they are disabled and they find it difficult to even employ them. So if someone is disabled, it doesn't mean that the person is not or doesn't have the ability to work, or those people they are some are very intelligent that and smart that more than say we are fully fit, And see if those places and the companies they can't even access those places because of one to move first staircase and no. If there are other things that they would add up to they be what is the company be okay. Not only disabled, let's also think about maybe in a day or two, or maybe in a year, we would definitely have a visitor who is disabled. And see, for them plan also so that the person might be able to access the office. And see, I think even if the companies in the there are so many ways that the government can also do. now we two more one brothers and sisters with who are disabled, you know. So, and you're also talking about the toll booth, you know. Toll booth, you know, affecting one very well. If this is something that the government is planning to do with entrepreneurship, it will also help them. Now, as the saying goes, disability is not
inability.
Yeah, so this is my take.
Na yanko Facebook na yankin ka comment so waba efi Mr. Richard Honefia Bonnie ho. I'm happy to see Mr. Bonnie back online. You know, it's good to see you. Keep it up, Mr. Bonnie. And then yanko pana say good to see you too. Yanko Ponisha, we pray that you be fine so that is coming from Mr. Richard Honefia Bonnie. The man so and some could you say glad to see you here, senior. God is really good. From Nana Kelvin, and Nana Kelvin says that's what every government says when they are in power, but I think actions ought to be done, not always talking and doing reforms. That's what Nana Kelvin is saying, that about I'll do this. Kevin want to see or hear, I've done this, and I'm sure Kevin that's where policies and some of these things starts from. It starts from reforms. It starts from higher. Now we could do baby or inti also ne adia yes na the amount so from Mr. Aboni was a great initiative. Something is cooking, I guess. A great initiative. Something is cooking, I guess. Empress, let yefani na emboni na tofana membisa. The whole idea of paying for fees for another, taking care of in our way the them one way the other no it was school no idea ni na, how do you say it?
It's a good idea and it's a good cause. As I said earlier, no, it is not if the NDC government is doing this, any other government will win our way or be the man don't know there, be it CPP, be it NPP, be it whichever party, no, they should continue with this policy as Nanado started with the free SHS. Now the NDC government is still continuing, you know. We are sure that if any other government wins, and then better now that this payment for fees or payment of fees for students with disability, no, until that so that kingdom come, I think it will help, because here you are no more them, no. Some of us, no, even a young part, yes, we are fully fit, we are not disabled, no. Oh yeah, sometimes even paying our fees, no crown, oh yeah, some of us, we are our own mothers, our own fathers, that we are taking care of ourselves. Now, yes, it is something which is there. But saying you are no with them, no, what are they going to do? I bet you want to go to my giddy. Now we two more, okay, make other fees, now me to yeah. Say go one parents in Russia, and that is fine. But they go majority of them, no, they pay the fees themselves. If the government is going to do this for them, I think it's a good cause, it's a good initiative, and one child, every government should continue. Now, they are disabled, no want to because of fees, no count oh, Maramuko, SHS, we are the me, Pamuko, maybe Arabian, because me, you are more supporting. Everyone very brilliant, very intelligent. Nancy, I think one graduated from University of Ghana. The GPA was far.
Yeah,
nice.
I think those who were called to bar, there was one guy, so not my HM.
Yeah, or fine. If the government will do this, and any government that will come up will continue doing this, they wouldn't be felt left out. Now,
I'm sure this is a signal that the government want to send out there, that in fact disability is not inability, and them there's something unique that you can do. So we need to help them. We need to support them, especially in terms of education. Now we tum waye nyoma bia utwade waye na wode aboa won ho. Now remember a background to our next issue. In the year 2020, 2020-2021 academic year. So after BEC, the computerized system, or place students, there was this young Rastafarian, Tara Magai, and we place no ewo Achimota. In fact, abra oye ni bibia do ko school no kwaya Achimota paying for say won't man and won't mon no. The reason was that I just say abrante no oyi anane dread no or clear ni hwi no osande school no mrana emma ho kwan de baby ni hwi no wonti mo na. In fact, asamne be ye gidi pa ema oye abrante no now for the assembly court. In fact, on 31st May, a judgment was delivered at High Court by Judge Gifty J. Ado. And what Judge Gifty J. Ado came and school no ni bibiala obetum what they actually there abrante ni no. In fact, or they have bebre or yes school no and abrante no na this year. So eventually Terra Magua and Nebusia we need case no ewo. Now recently in the Mauli Senior High School now will celebrate 175th anniversary and Minister for Education Honorable Haruna Idrisu Kupemu ho na okasembi. And this one has triggered some sort of conversation with respect to education and a moral upbringing. I'm sure MCI Radio, they will help us with a video.
Chairman of the GES Council is here.
What the minister said.
There is an ongoing debate in social media about haircuts and size and length of hair in secondary schools. We will not tolerate it today. We will not tolerate it tomorrow. And so long as we are molding character, if we give in to hair today, tomorrow it will be shoes. And the next day it will be the way they dress. Therefore, as part of our disciplinary measures, headmasters and GES, you are accordingly empowered to take full control of how students behave on your campuses. So anybody who thinks that your child will walk into any institution of learning as if that child, forgive my words, was to attend a beauty contest, the school environment is not for that purpose and not cut for that purpose, and we would not tolerate that as an institution. Chairman of the GES Council is here.
Welcome back. And the Empress, so your tema minister no na oreka na the what is your take on this?
As I mean, it has really caused a debate, a huge debate on Facebook, on social media as well. On social media, they be on the Facebook, WhatsApp, TikTok, for me, as a woman. Bible say, Miss Yapin, and in the be also one number. Bible now no say, and we be also in Ecclesiastes also say, we be one number. Okay, aside from they be over there, okay, the doctors there, men fat seasons and the baby fan coming from a matter there, you will die. That one is different. But I am raw, I am raw there as Afrobade, Ghana Yanum Remuno, SHSA. Me, that is what I know, the SHSA, or Decha. I'm forming who the reasoner or that Afraba one Afraba 2 years, 3 years. No one believe me, but yes, if we have run our life, okay, that is a different case. But so far as we are under or we are governed under laws in this country, you know, we should always be governed. Say, can I jai? No, be a more power and come money and can you for constitution fund to and can you from revenue fund to see say if it is a law or it is a constitution, they be
Empress, I'll come back to you. Okay. I think I've had on the line the PTA secretary for Bedibonso, Senior High Technical School. The maso and now so the zonal secretary for PTA in the Western region, Mr. Armstrong Newman. Mr. Armstrong, I pay Mamma was a poor man. Yankoponado, young Miss Armstrong. Now, school some to then our for more for me, form 1 for Asha Sereba, and some to then they were our for one of him.
About the Chewing I don't want to them so my old young Kawasan, I do not secretary at my Western region, Zone 3, PTA. This year, the Mofan Warber School, into Cosipi of Money Debris. A minimum I want orientations, a minimum man who good, a business man over of money business man over, a minimum was the Mamman trained at school, last week, I was checking it is so far, so good. Things are going on well.
Okay. And I pay my yesterday with a substantive issue, no, that has to do with my Minister of Education. They had to go there on my home na my former won't me why I attend no what the Abba school more. I will acquire paying that I will for one army. The massive way I will for so then.
I ain't about me that's the marking. Bibia, man crew, CBI, your umbrella. A man crew, be your umbrella. Into the young so PTs, you know. I should be there. I be about one young of school, no, to have a campaign for an order. Okay, I don't know about medical school.
Hello? Mr. Armstrong, now Humano. You try the answer back and back. Mr. Armstrong, get to make a. Okay, now one.
This is a week who was this year.
Yeah, Mro.
Most of my moon, but I be better than Mepana. You don't need. And now, I put a one from the party, the number one morning show you do. I am more passa. Please forget to make the minute you go to them. Into the man at school be answered in Brew. It's some Brew that other than Benny Juma. And she passa the man or the other school, and baby. Let me as well as I can remove there or the yes, basic school.
Okay.
Next basic school. Something there. I'm there. I give me secondary. So I think it's basic school here with there. Could be running to be a Juma. About your school or in your home crime, Madam and
TV. Okay, but the big question on Kofurubi Sunday there, how does this affect a student or another school no academically?
What am talking about?
Now, Uncle Bisa there, about for training me, obey me, good no. Oh no, I was in so and do I want the same man.
Oh, Aunt Mamma said, I will for Aunt said, Kadama, Yanama, I will for no, I use your crack. Yes, your crack. Something there, I will talk about question the charity begins at home. It is a family anything. Why you don't pass out the school? Or today? Oh, no, good, that's what I desire on you, but discipline on them. I desire discipline on them. It is a young man, this is a double because the most of them want to do the member don't want to go to school. What can I tell them? Another idea, the petty minutes to the school. Oh, there, I'm a former school bus. That's the message getting out at this young. You will fear you enjoy him of my money. Yes, I will go.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm brazen on them. Upon another, you full crap for the back and the channel on you. Oh, no crap, says, oh, my no full also channel. So then what is that on school for additions? Never not young Canada. I'm very bush having to know the other. Yes, oh, yeah, one of academic yards in the crowd. Something there. The UK National Secretary, Nasama, Gaston, that's where Nasma that to go. And you can have one commander. You're over there. That is the main and come at the Singapore. them to get up before I go to in Tianga, I'm going to clean for some school. Here's the PTA, your position, and one yardin. Antaba, my brother, to go in there, 6 years. Oh, yeah, Mofono, you're not Batano. You're not for the share, Mofono, you are. School you go.
Yeah.
The Mofono, you are, school you go. The school you was that, no, other young, you know, for your responsibility. That's the Mofono of the school. But then would the was school was the age, man, about years ago. And about your Ghana schools always. Your school to go watch the standard.
Yeah, yeah.
Your school to watch the standard. You can't go and do this. If you don't say the schools are ruby. If you have the young kid, I will see in that, women should not be added up. At PTA, you know what academic yarding.
Okay, okay. On channel, many way, Abba Futu Nadema, our four, yeah, sorry if you do. Mr. Abba Futu Nadema, our four, our ma Rico school, Titru, or a form 1 free. Abba Futu Nadema one, the PTA executive. But that's a manka. Yeah, and I'm rebisa there.
Very good. I do not want to the PTA the infrastructure. Now, put my parents in there. PTA and all the back and be actually the school no your own schooling. They own those schooling is that, but now school is here, man. On what they would do. I'm going to go to school. Why did you I'm going to go to school? The dressing here, but if a man was putting them to me, or either for no a year. Other show there, I'm a former additional Gusia, like the chance of discipline on them. If you have to class out for them, not back and the young show and brown was good as he man. Back and be as a baby, Mamma, so good school, Utunia, I didn't know if she has it. Something there. The school, one set standard at one. One more for the Mazzi Panyama. If you have anyone walk at their one job of one game, then not will be able to have the bears open. If you that's our for there, that school, I shot for them, Yama. Then you young woman who was discipline and what school out. One of my battles, yet the young now you have to agree.
Okay, Miss Armstrong, I'm going to pay you better was say the Indian agent in common.
Oh, man, from the waiting for us to be there was one of my attention, waiting for me. That was it.
So that was Mr. Armstrong Nyama. Now, Mr. Armstrong Nyama, PTA secretary, they might be the bones of Senior High Technical School PTA, them also, and now zona secretary, our Western region, they might our four into Onona yet and Nenkano. Maminko Empress war, no good recasam on nature na you try your kakra about Empress.
Yeah, and see, as secretary, you can. It should start with the basic school. To them, I'm American. I won't have about 2 years, 3 years. No, I won't win. After about no, I am paying for pay like it takes like a week or two, and son, you feel relieved. Kakana, you want to him. Now, for about 2 years, 3 years, never win. Hey yo, like I'm not here. You see, if we start with the basic school, it will help.
Let's stay with Tara Maguane case. You know, this young guy, Abra case no court. You know, it was ruled in favor of Ono and Nebuchadnezzar. He was later on admitted, excelled to the extent that our representative school no, or
NSMQ.
Exactly. Now, Ortia ne Adusiado. Dreadlock no did not have any effect on Adusia.
Okay. Locks, no, maybe should we say it's their culture? It's their culture. Locks them from maybe from infancy and all that. But they go I wouldn't know your loss. Me wouldn't know your loss. One casana, a pede, it's a big natural hair no war. And don't get all now what you live in now. Or cooperated them controversies na no count. On the session in now, on the living natural, but. What's the SHS or your raw? But if you are with Maguire and they know Terra Maguire, right? On the know they if you are at school, wait, so that wasn't called and I was weighing ya, be around fan can okay, this is their laws and until on talk about them. And with him, it is something that they be or you want to catch up, Rastafarian catch up, maybe I want to call to the detail. But this is the situation, the girls' case. Yes, sure. Yeah, I think yes, Sandra girls also. Addition. Maybe I want them running there. Whether we know, maybe I want run over. And see, say if it is so dear, no, they should go accordingly.
Some of these things I'm sure yeah. Obama above man confidence I want in our perform. In fact, yes, unity here like that confidence be or war. They'll be too much baby no. I'm sure
okay.
In a before.
No, say if and better confidence no perform, school or simple. Well, yes, there are some schools that watch it to the 1 year won't me. Those international senior high schools or them. Watch it to the 1 year won't me. Go to that senior, but they call public or government SHS there. What's the one running day? Try win. Not yet the point.
Yeah.
When you're man. Time no so work on pen no that is a mra school. In the same way showing you now confidentiality and no can have before. Cause school just go to school and when you won't be not someone can ask someone call. So that you just have to go accordingly or run or yenzim run na you're free.
Okay, and on the Empress Jemima Ando into oncho ye betcha ye ho aba ye twa ye ho ba NCC painful aba cancer Empress Bettina from now on one day come. Today we'll be talking about local governance. Ye be share amena wo even agena okodo titwe na assembly what are nyoma say ye pede ye information ye pede ye nya ade and ye sua ade fi wa aba kwan and once you say yeah then they will take us through na no what the am. But conversations that one record and to just leave your comment with us now yanking can let's get interactive on this program. I wanna where they can what one comment are in the one I see while so a bit medo comment a the eja na ye na ya kenka na ye din komo majumeti no YFFF. In fact ye try yan aba ye ba jumedin kaya wake ina no yet better out.
and you're still watching West Coast Morning on West Coast TV. Meeting your Jemima and your May free hot Mezabaha. My bet na oh yeah, been some Richard na name. We're going to have a conversation with the National Commission for Civic Education (NCC). Oh yeah, Hunter was in paying for coming for the last 2 weeks, minimum share. And last week, Peter Pen on the difficult, and then they all my points and I have other kinds. Let me welcome you guys. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning. I'm proud of the West Coast TV. I hope don't win. I like your color. Your
That's
dress.
it. That's it.
You don't
That's
know. Oh, yeah, normal. I like the African print. But you won't win.
Yeah, madam.
All right. In the yes, you go see before. The last time we here, then and was it any day? I think I was listening to Peace FM News also. No, they say legal aid means what can legal aid say? Oh, Messiah, I know much about it. Thank you so much because now me knew what it is.
Yeah.
But when you guys came here and you see legal aid, you know what the name is okay. You know what can be about there, Messiah. What challenges, especially our some non-count, they should get lawyers or go to meet when someone free.
Yes.
One kind of non-count. So when they said it, NCC education now, they thank you so much. And say and the pay so you will share the for. And I'm sure that by the time we are done with this discussion, now say with you know, Asia 1 or 2 because I'm in the piano, Monsieur and the for. And see what is on our table today? Local governance. Right.
Yes.
And say who is going for us? Peter or Honorable?
Okay.
Prince.
Kobnani hiya papa.
Alright, Prince Abaku.
And then cheche na nkasa no honorable na be mane kese sense no experience in fact vast experience for me no mama nhye dan mbie so enche amanfo na kakra na honorable to aso na ye cheche no ye besua ade afa the assembly the district assembly anampo the municipal assembly or the metropolitan assembly. Na the district assembly no a decentralized form of government. In fact, as a yamamwo na yebu ewo Ghana no kan tete na nka ne kese no na bibia ewo nkran. Ye say ye be ye mpuntunjuma wo krom say ye be dwendwen nsem bi ho ni nyina no na nka ye no wo nkran. Na America kra be mu ne ehu say ye pese amamwo no eben timamfo eninti no ye mfa amamwo no mmrafam na ye mbubu no kakra na emom structure na ewo soro honom no mosia president wo ho mosia parliament wo ho omo dwendwen omo tenase na omo dwendwen Ghana nyina ho no ye de sa concept na bi eba timemufo ye de ben yen nti eno na ema ye be create the district assembly no nti no district assembly na wo honom no ibia sometimes we better say district assembly, we better municipal assembly, we better metropolitan assembly ya dekro na it's just the size no nti say honom enso bebre you a district we a district yours is a district assembly say we tumpon kakra mo ye kese kakra mo de na municipal assembly to say yen na mia so a municipal assembly bebre ehihye mu no o mo ye kese pa na mo ye metropolitan nti yen no na me charge say ye municipal assembly ngo bebre wo honom a ye ka district assembly na ye ka municipal assembly ya no mu say ya de kese bi ya de huntan bi omo nti ase ebi mu pusro district assembly o ka chi obi say o hia den wade a o pay ko assembly de bi nko assembly de bisuro obi dwin say o be ko assembly agi ebia o kita lawyer ana o be ko assembly agi bia o ye peni bi ansa na wetumi aba assembly ene ye pese ye be bie mu na ye bobo mu ye bie eniso timemufo say assembly no eye ade a ejina ho institution bi ejina ho de ma amamuo kese na ewo nkran no omu gina ho ewo ahanom omu gina amamuo kese no anemu ewo ha assembly no nti nyema amamuo kese no eye wo nkran no eno ebi na assembly no eye wa ha aha nso no se ya ehonom ye wo ye MPs a omo dwendwe nyema ho no aha nso ye obi ye nso na aha nso ye sitting ne nyema nti no ono obe che ko into details no a chen saa nyema no nyina nti enne no ni tofa no ye besua ade afa the municipal assembly aha no de ye municipal nti no ye besua ade afa ye municipal assembly no ye den ni nyuma ben na odie hwina ne hwinanom na eka ho na afi se nsem wo honom a sempo ubetumi approach assembly no how will you do it ni nyina no eno ho nkomo ene ye ba bedi anopai.
Okay, so if I am getting you right, no sure the yen municipal district and the metropolitan assemblies they act as our parliament.
Yes.
Okay.
They act as government.
Oh,
enjoy.
Thank
you.
I see. Honorable.
Yami Adami. One I shine.
Okay, it's because come on the honorable. Oh, let's try the mother.
That's what.
It's our crew. Mampa finding.
Upper Mandia.
It's our crew. Okay, and that's what. And see, because come more at the honorable member and see more because Peter Sohaneke more I more Monty more commodities and see bachelor
yo me lo asiba papa na one member is a manama where the over malaso beti ni bikla ewo mazo nam hake get the common bed del bomane ha woje kwera anke amamu mo yebu wo yemane sini ni kene
the man sini
yeah man sini anti amamu mu yebu yemane sini kere ezo solo ye ya dolekia na sentimo mamani bazo butai moti bawa zela ke yemane bo solo kane we wonmo ebake ke bede nyamane no anka ban kod kabela ha izo ninti bo woni ke aba mani nuwa mani dikezi ne kizire yele mo yene bakaka bazaba bo aso de bawuro na bahre de bra balakura de bra na de dia me efun kan fa ne yempunu nduronwa na babu adka kun na bahra ke tunwa de ke bramani tunwa de ke du ahorozo tunwa de ke topo tunwa de ke sese se ba hwane zike anaso ke behia mpunu ndure ba wakabazo ngana yababa na ba attend to ozomeni mo ba wozo de kaya na nti mama no wazo ngoto bonka ha me yava mpunu ndure jumadi ya vie razi na yama bazamba wazi so ba hura bozo no na ba wa nti concept ya wala azme de decentralization kama yaba del bam na hani na menu ni yemi yanya ni the assembly concept na assembly concept ya wali azeni ebutai mo ana ejuma titiri mo idila ke baka yan hyehyere mo de mpunu ndure hyehyere na bambo wa anyuwa mo njike ma ba wazi ba fo ba wa ba ma bala so ba fo ba ma de ba buje ba wonsoro na bujuma dum be di bela so ne ya hora ya zo anre ma ba kan bobo no nkeke ma ne to mu atie ne nkeke ye ho rado ne ye mo ke yenya won ke fioko ne ke de bela so ma dia ye ho mra nti wo bro fo ne kan ke they implement plans towards development in our localities anti nhyere bela ne ndodule bela mo woke ankamani bani ye wangana de bawro ni bade mani sini keke mo bakoro bekira na abira mewura tubela ni bakoro ba wo idumadi mu atimu na bakabobonu na ba mameda soro so ye madia edi nti akosoro kaka edisa keme emoti akadeti ana odi eva makadeti akosoro kaka edisa akosoro ka yawo salasa mo bedijuma ewo soroke made the central government nti yawo the executive arm yawo the judiciary yawo the
legislative
good nti ozo assign maybe di juma so abaze keso a ozo asan la me so wazeke
okay
nti sa ba assembly concept no a keke mo mpunu dure jumadi mo ya kan mo tin de bura kwa kwa la ya hwanu no na ya hore ya ruwa hwanu mo yese fatazo de suntini baba ozo hyehyere ba azeke na momi me yeson kokon e won mama la ke abazeke ya me be ne judicial army na momi be member de me de deliberative arm
deliberative
yes nti yawo concept mo three arms and as ke kan ka three organs mo bon mo bafu ejuma manisini belanu mo the legislative arm mo bazamo before zo djuma di be ejuma bala assembly members ye the executive arm mere mani bani yana msini mo eyi mo me ida mansini kuze mo ikra na me the MC me ikra to binyeni then the deliberative aspect mo so assembly members da kwela ye be yozo djuma ya hanti ewa ke eden komo be di nkomo na de nkoma tunwavure mo algakumo tunwavure mbozo mo agai alabon komo labre manisini mo di assembly na assembly so ya wo mo abokoma di executive army ye hire ye dindon mo nyeni na ya ya azume ibani wo so de bawuro patem kare to a akon mo azumani keva nkomo waze kan e bagira manisini ni ozonku ne baso a wo ka ba ye nhyehyere mo de mmara patem kare to anti assembly members akon e ba perform the deliberative functioning of the assembly. There's also ya perform the legislative functioning of assembly. Inti keke unkomo mo abazuma ebia obramane. Ohane zike anu nzuru. Ebia chunwa light ninu. Ozan chunwa vro mo timo do jinu ba ba assembly. Inti mo be yela ke wakaba yinuku. Na bosuma ma ifubu mojo kwe fa madia ifa ba edon komo mo ni ri wazike yera zon komere madia eleba soloke anti ozon komo ngitan di woke nti se ye baju dika be ne ye ba wonke asamba be mesi be duty first duty la ke wakaba ne botu wan from ma be ye close contact waka be ye closer to be members anaso ke be illiterate because nkomodimo bo wo wazika no mo bani assembly di ni mo ya for zon common fa madia afafa kwa akon kama mun bamu hane akoyo ya wo mara waka no mo ka koye ozon mara aya kama nia aya kama ma evaron commerce ma no we ama nyini bo ka na etodo ya hore ya madia ya dedebo nti ba bylaws mo ye fear govern the municipal ya the assembly members ye ba madia ba yozo bylaws ya then ye yozo bylaws mo ti no ka nya bi mo yishere bura mo yake yebura no ka fa yedwuma e kwa implement ozo nhyeshere mo ati nti executive arm led by the MC nti akwan me ikabonu a e ba ye the assembly concept ya me ni mo ati ne yewo administrative works work nti yewo administration me the central administration so ye me the okay ozo administration me boroma na niyama boroma the technocrats nti ozo me ni technocrats ozo me ni me boroma le bazamo ba edwuma ewa assembly kenti ba ke afojo ko ba assembly ke ne bia dia bi makura ka hara waka banya bi wa assembly ke makura ka rojo ka ka madia e ka ba ka mo e bia edikan ko momom ka ke yeji se din ko mo wazi kan na aba soro ke waka ba fa so na biezo nti mo so ozo meni bo waka me de technocrat bo waka no mo ba kan bobonu a mama assembly ijumadi ne ko ya madia e kura edimuni nti se ya ka assembly concept ya ne ma ya ka ye wo this three amsi anasuke organs mo be play critical role ewo assembly ijumanu nti mulibam ma won ke ye play the deliberative function medon komo le ye yozo ijumadi akoso ye shemala ne ye shemala su ye wo mo mara mo ye she ye wo efa ye ijuma efa mala ye ijuma nti se ye clear the assembly concept ya assembly members say but also two functions here ikizire bachina the executive arm ezo because he is going to implement nkomobura na skenshire bura mo ba madia beye
nti madia before you come in again madia nkomoze madia malaze assembly ya be shisha because on the parliament me okay you lay down mo ke enne say be that 6 o'clock
yeah
say in the parliament go assembly so baba ye ba mansini no ye ba madia malaze ba ko assembly kan ya be shisha
good assembly ya shisha mala bibiri na kaka mo akade to bone mbaz chicken
Okay.
se ye kamara mo assembly be hihya igwa aworo ahoro mo egwa ibiere lake se executive army more the MC led by the MC ikake ko de bele ko de jula ne yaba da mo bozuko ne yabe ya de be nti ansa na MC kan ka bia ito de bene waka tunwavura mabo waze kan be de betanu mo ke ozuko ma ba ma MC va do de nti amye mo tunwavura mo zuma ma de assembly members waka yakure yan hihele me ke la ke yakure koki enne abifetuma ne siba agno na kwanu a bele 1 cedi ana bele 50 pesos nti ye wo de mo fe fee fixing fee fixing ami assembly members ye passe ye di etanuma na so ye for zon hihele ye ba fee fixing mela la ke ototo mo be didide wo ye manten na so ke ye nikande ke mo tieni assembly me bolmo ye bo boaze bon ke okay tomatoes ye le 1 cedi abifa abibunko store wa ye store we ebi ile 100 cdc orbo ebi ile 200 cdc eziane si yedi dozo ko mo tieni ye ede mara mo yeye ke baba ile dozo ko ntibe dozo ko mo tieni so ye ya ya nda mo zuko ansa na yeko yusu ne waka yakwa nka okay ozuka ma yega ya paki china skulu asa awa anda okay nse mo assembly ma okay ya assembly ma so ka ba ya la ke ozo skulu asa ma ko be china ani amo ye be hia skulu pa nti do school bebrebera ebi yan school ke yan ruwa na sha ozuka ma yega e ko kejina numa anwa na asara nti di assembly members ba sa de ke ko bo azan ba dunjono mo okay MC zan ko wo ya ne ya dwono azora ye administrator and coordinating director made the secretary to the assembly ila so ko wa ye officer na ya dwono na mumi wakaba ni assembly members dwono mo na assembly members za ba debate no ko okay ozo school anrumo ye pe se ba ko yiruma asan dia asan ye ba ko ye osese ye ba ko ye ho bovane ye ba ko ye ho ebi anwono suo but I'm got it to anti ami ozo mara ami e ma dia ye sha as affirmate hania you play the more of like oversight responsibility melemana ava mawi mo anreke wogina aria wo cc waka sambe me da so kran ka aria ma anka wogina cc bejinane a okay but I'm got it to oversight responsibility iplake die no ma va man ni kunene anaka beya okay nti motine ede mala anaka de hyehyere mo igwa hwanu no mo e madia beye ebe kan ya yesi abi twon bela ehizike aba bosuo ebi kan ka bachi bazike no ne asa aba ebi aba otopo kan ka chi ezike ebi no ne asha otopo de mo yesi ba kana mbajam ka to a ebi aba ezeju kan ka su de no ne anwe nti konka the end of the day ezika kom yechi abira wetan mereba nti assembly members me okaba yelake okaba shamara okay assembly malasi announce kamara mo yefia anda zekrike sababu won no ni azmo won no ni asha moroko ebi oyuo no ni anwe waka ozika da ban okay no ni anwe tu ebi no ni arumpamu waka ozika kwa irifinde ponu bobo no ni asha waka kra chitan rienu nti di nhyehyere mo assembly members ba sede ko lo mala mo ba ye ebi mkamkro kam ka de to ha waka ba yo so mala nti se yembe yo so mala pe konke tunwa bra mo ye redie mo ebia ni nti ase aye djuma o mo ne ye ba chi na assembly die zo na fa aye djuma mbacha mka de to nti ebi o kan ya se nkanka po abi kwaska bi dia ni isi o di mo azike mi de oze wonka bi so aha assembly bo wo ozuko wakan mo bi ebotu abi ara betan oketuo botu abi kuku betan azia oketuo botu abi ura betan azia oketuo ozon se sere me wo assembly kan mo ti me fa bylaws mo ti ni e di assembly me se be maria ye be yeria aha nti se ka kekre bylaws mo anaske malama assembly me se be ya ezone igwa horo su bebre aha nti ozo ejumadi ikozro ma timamuni mo edazi kanene enwotwe okay bajamuka adetwa mo ematuoni meda timamuni mo edazi kanene ho emadia enwo batwe nti se yekrozo nyeni asemo mulbomo mo ha moje ko me the deliberative function, the legislative function ne executive function ya mpaki bunkun mo na yon bazamo wo be ye ahwanu mo bodu no mo bokro be di ozo dwuma se aba assembly a yawo oku an ewoke nti before kan ka assembly we have two committees. Two committees. One number forming the assembly. One committee is the executive committee, and the other committee the public relations and compliance committee.
Public
relations
and
compliance committee. Nti yetu asinia of PRCC.
Okay.
Na ozo anwi esuna bi redwuma mo emadia idi akukire okozo.
Okay.
Na momi be yewo sarenu so ofo be media ofo boa ma dwuma anda imu atini ede manesini bela impulundure enwo hyehyere ye be media ye be ya abiela aye mo izaipe ewoke mo bakaye mu atini ozo two committee mu atini bakabo na badwuma bakari mu atini wake the results of edwuma be ne wake ye impulundure. Nti azekeze the more assembly dwumadi mo edititiri fa ma bas amzeme wa azekeze mu atin la ke baka ma timamu ma bon kodobe bon punu duna ma ka bon baka ma dia bokonwe. Nti se yebu nkonu a na ye fa executive committee.
Okay.
Se ka executive committee ya the committee mo the one of the committees me wa assembly kuma mu bon mo hai na bon mo ilebo mo ikranite do benyani mo ti mabe ma de MC. Okay. The said the district ya kan ke DC, the municipal ya kan ke MC. Aha. Other also said the metro so ya kan come also mayor.
Okay.
Aha. Nti ozo mbamba ni mo bala ozo committee mu a we ka ma ne bani.
Okay.
Nti okoso de bawle we ka ma ne bani. The executive army in mele mu ma so de bawle mele ma ne bani, that is the president. Okay. Media be more ila executive army ezwa. Okay. Nti because of that nintine se abazikia ilu aka manu bani yana msini le MC ntine MC so ye ila executive committee mu na mo mizan ko so ko ke ejuma nti wo bazammo bawura tumo oke ekwa ne bon mo yama dia ye ejuma nti bazammo ba form the executive committee mo ko koma ejuma ko hozro ye wo okuoku because assembly must bozone. Nti assembly edebra mo be yebra ne eden hyehyere edi nhyere ntimo ahane edebra mo yebra ne yedodura ne avade ya ma no kuka no kuva ahane le debra baaze a epeke fedu okuzo anaske debra mo abiem de mo edi recognize mo abi editor mo koza die ne worker ne ya hane fa die tanzo nti se executive committee ya wo other sub committees awo executive committee to one mo bo executive committee member ijuma kra madia kra ekorozura na zo sub committee si yawo anru mo bon mo be de statutory yaka statutory ka bon mo malaza me de 1992 constitution ni mo yefi bu ma de mala blombu no mo yefi bu Ghana ma ni mu atin ni me eheke woke manisini bela Ukraine ozo sub committee si mo wokro boa executive committee me ekura emadia ekura eye ejuma nti weke enle ma wawdo na ewo nwokura se ihie de ba woka sumara na ya ava ya agre ana so ke se peke eko ifade ba woka ma ya kwafa de ne fa emadia isumara ma kwafa emadia ifade because is enle nwokura woka nwokura ba ye de me ka ka ze tudu na eza ya ho ya yenyeni mu atin ana so ke baka awdo de ye la enle na zele example ko nkitu na kwakure nya 18 years moro kwa na so ke nya ejudi kama o kakura ejuma ne kan ka wo mma magaza ke mzanku mma magakara na mzama ejuma mu atin ilesi nti ozo assembly su ejuma media etia nti assembly nhyehye ma ewakan lake sub committee si ba ejuma of mosome executive committee ama executive committee ejuma ne ahora ya media ya hora ya limuni nti mo malaza ma mo haneke asem manisini bere yenya kura ne ozo nrume okenya media ozo committee onrume assembly bere yenya kurane ozo anu me okay madia okay nya nti ye wo komo ofreye works subcommittee works you can works ya fa ba me ne kan ke ejuma bono bekira ejuma yere nti na de ejuma e ba na ye school aliye jinjina ne ye hospital jinjina le ya kar hwan duduare de bra mo afare ejuma sam bra ne the works ma ye be ma dia works department ye bekira ozo nyeninya nti MC za elekura kan ke ikira ke bechina liya wo otopo bechina bi so yame suo bechina bi ofurbo ho bechina bi opritia onukun e ba anke za nko ikira ozo mo ariye mo bechina mo tin ateho anaka supervisor elekura nti waka ozo committee ba na ba zo yazin ana ba zo envene ma ya hura ya ma de ya supervisor ozo ejuma mo tin nti wo works subcommittee ejuma mo be die ni akoso ya wo F&A mo kan ke financial and administrative subcommittee bomo so mbi juma mba ya lake bomo ibani ozuka samen dodori bela MC zan kro kire mu nti bomo bo keke boko wa na ibani ke okoboko nu na okubodi dozuko woke ozuko belili sana benyani po ya hansare wa assembly
chinaka numpake maybe the question ni come as the conversation la number can be the question o skoli lele o kwa ni nuru vile aso wa wozo ya aka o zgo me dey I want that be dey na ke chunwa bele me wa nda ma ni be dey bi o the kwa ni
okay medela ke edikabla mele local governance act at 936 me fi ejuma session 181 ma mo haneke ene 182 mo alaba ozo 818 plus azika ni mo 10 sessions me okani mo 10 e ma assembly haneke ikura 11 leave mo assembly fama mani sini yaka ede aguna zankum ede ande twonwo bra ede ekana mani sini hu ande twonwo bra so hia mpono dure ande twonwo bra so ipedebo assembly ke nti tumo yidide bale wad ka zanku na momi kon ke chudika ba ne adika ba ya fatara adika be adika ba ya fatara adika kam keza nti se aba anda keza ya ba shishenu bonke ya wa bon oke ya wo aziejo oke ya wo agronda azai akoso ya wa abra ya wo usuo ya wo disco nti ya wo 6 zonal councils zonal councils bla wakafa izukwa ba assembly ozukwa wakabaka assembly awo percentage mo ase isi akozona council ke ozozona council isi akoka ozukwa ka kan isi akotwanu as the sentia zona council sa background akia ya wo mpani asa electoral area ya wo fast na aboade electoral area ya wo aguna udo electoral area ya wo apmenim electoral area ya wo zone 1 ni zone 2 media do me abrane aguna nga daiza assembly members so these are the communities more for me aguna zone nti konke tunwa akira electoral area se yaso
I think this has been something that I've always been talking about. Aguna daiza electoral area give a creative because safa honorable Atta, received Atta.
Zone 1 and 2.
It is Baba. I think God is good watching. Now I have T Black again. Mesu Dikezi. No, I think they should create another electoral area. It's more. I think as a discussion, we say
another time. You know now. You see, they come more kind, but I be see the video. Keke, yakan ke edichonwa. Na mo ikre tunwa hwana so me ikre tunwa shan me ikre anu nti e de ka mo kan going forward they work but do you so na be create electoral area be clear men do mo bo ejuma mo e work mo income mo benya ezuka ne yama dia eba nti zona council kama no mgwazo mo kan zona council se mo atini tunwa mo e wo zona council bla to bla na work believe so tunwa na de levia se aba disco zone ya ba ko twon be de ka bramani ya kura won ne senya bi meton koko woke ozo bare meton koko woke okuru be taxi mbacham ka de to a ebia ni taxi po bade obrama ne ke ba fa huruma ka zo brama ne background akia bede nti da brama ne so ye ma dia iduo mbacham ka de to a nti ka akron agron na komani ibutuo na momi ye kan ke di ande zemani si ande mani memu ibutuo oto ya na momi ahwane mo oduo no mbotu a me idodono la agonda ke basa yemadia basa ekanya aha nti zona cancer se wakana mo ekama ejumadi mo bedine bon ka hane be assembly ejumadi nka hane be wo zuku asema na de kai mo zuku akura ka na de mo na menimu be cross oni mu atini wala mala FNA subcommittee me mala the financial and administrative subcommittee nti ba ni yuzuku asema ndodo le bela ne sa assembly okokenya more revenue ohwan boduo no okobe generate more revenue e de wakade strategy simoti waka ezon the FNA subcommittee be kan ya waka madia waka eba aha akoso ayi FNA ayi works waka yawo justice and security subcommittee yaka justice ya pale yele ne bano wole kike chomo bala na mani simbala impunu dule ma yima bano wole wonu erebo ha yechomo bala mo pale so inu money ijuma dilile ne ya madia ya hobo aha nti mbamba ni ba woni ke ihia ko wakabe nyazo committee mede the security and justice subcommittee amoba hoba create security issues sabi abienye joko na anwanu boduo no bokoro kama atentene ne anaso ke adandiana baba anamba kama biele ya hon ko dekunu ozo ayima ozo committee na so yemadia e woke it is statutory akoso yawo another committee mo yafe development and planning subcommittee development and planning yaka mpunu dule bonmo mbekira mpunu dule nti anything about mpunu dule me ijibajazo mpacho maka nti bonmo mbade me e the brother edikezi weke chimi ye ngare mot be media bo wuro boto a bonmo mbade e cut across everywhere the brother the kabra mo mpunu dule wo belani developmental subcommittee la so be media bo okay akun yawo another one more the social services subcommittee yaka social services ya ye dada assetna onya ya dada brabon anamone o menimu be create dada abrabon anamone edike social welfare ma ebian ya issue be abiesizu abi ebia ituanyi wadinye ni beto ozopo onipadua wa wonye ni bobuo onya anything concern our social lives belani social services subcommittee las po wakamo be madia be clear na kwazi de ba mama ni bavalo zo yini yani committee si yani ba wa ya azene ba won kan no manisi ni bo ka ya wo potentials anaso ko bo nyini bo mo ko be china zo ko from committee mo be clear zo mo yini akora kan akokere anda ka clear na de pa ye wa anda ka zamo wakamo mama ni bo ko from committee ne ba an ko zo de yanwa
me wo tu wa anda
pa
me wo ke pa
eva ka kotopo na de je pa yo topo ba ye pa ngoro ngoro ezo na de ba ale i na de juma no ku agree good nti abanda kia akwan ke e ba no ku ayela ye mammo ana tuanfro ba yin delu mo pa nti mele klike manisi ni bula me kon ke itwonwa me wonu mo ni anasko ka kuma iye ejuma ni ejuma bo kan mo ozo ejuma ni tuanfro mo ba yin delu mo pa bo vom committee na ba yin bi ozo ejuma di mada na bo vom mo nkomo ba ma ne ba ni mada so ma ke okay abanda ke apoku ere ku ere gwa azroto me gwa yawo me tumo bo kan ara le bodua ibi suwa kan ba pawraba ibi suwa kan anansin klebo ya bi su de dia kutu nti woka tumo bra ni woka zo committee ba ko ba wonka okay sabanda ka dia ame wraba ya ndelu a ya pa ala pa nti ahane se wo de mo fa bla ya dia kuku fa bla ya edu kika me ya ba kuku sans mana ba pa kuku ame ya dia la ale ne wraba nti ahane se wo de bo yemo aye o akara dia mana fa ara ya me dia fa bla nti also committee ma the agric sub committee that's so your war and the mention ke sentimi war and the mention ke e si inyane mo yen la ke tuavro mo ya ndelo kueron nti ba ye ad hoc committee ke the committee mo tuavro ba belinti bedwuma ba yenti ye mbamba ne boye ke ye ba menbo ba ma de ba yin also dwumadi mada afemeta hane a say you from me more committees depending on who potential no more potential small amadia away in this year ba am yan da kaza idie ye for example your tourism subcommittee.
Okay.
Tourism subcommittee because
tourism.
Yes.
Tourism. One that. Okay.
Senti mo mbani baba tourism all this one mo ni ke banzo also committee baba wazi. Yes, banzo baba wazi. Senti la ke mbani baba wazo ko ti bon ke sabane nyamane samu odwuma mo eva hye anda mane sini okran ke ya kono na eswan ezoni nti ya eba hia de ke ye be ozo committee memo anasko ozo kui ne ba yiri ozo de ne ma ba hyehyere ba bogu hanunu ovando de bogu hanunu na se ozu ahane ye kuzuko no so na se ba horo ba yuzuko ba hokana ba azezi ke na bazamo ba paka ba kokano ko creation ba horo ba ba kire ye zoni ni imade de kola ke ilezuko so ye madia irebre
okay
mane sinima ijuma de kura madia kura kozro ndendende ne buatimamni me wazika ne mo sa kura koke na evro ba ya hore azo esa yan ke o ake mna na mo no be se ake boro mela ake santikumo boro la ke ze medi se akọ na ye ku wansi di me na da so fight in zero ni ke in one way the other ni awon me media e wazika ni ke mpunu duro mo ye pe ni yesa ha wo azike.
Okay.
Nti yawo apart from also ad hoc committee more the tourism agric yawo environment so.
Okay.
Sentimi environment na ke say a clear bora emmi mani mu. Nti kaka yemo ya yinkiri ye wuru asame mada ba ne hwanum ye duonu wanza yele kura ka gine jazo ewo yamanta maintain mo tin ye ozo committee mo se de bowoka bokro fa madia bokro som ozo meni na bokro na ba yi ozo committee mo hemu mo tin mo ba ye bedwuma force me mele MC mele the executive committee bacha mo kare to nti ozo sub committees mo tin be chairpersons bazama be le mo as chairpersons mo tin ni bakama mo bono
mo tin be the assembly members.
Yes, bazama mo be the assembly members. Ozo many mo tin ni technocrat nunu
na so ba ya assembly.
Okaba
No assembly one me ye Otopo electoral area.
Yes,
it is sub
Otopo electoral area.
Okay, fashion ya.
Nti ozo yin mo be ye kan mo jekun mo tin ni assembly members ye bo form committee to that ya. Na assembly members mam mhirimo wo deliver mo ye kan assembly members ya ye wo oku army mo be assembly members ye wo elected members ye wo appointed members.
Elected members le minimum
But was one.
Yeah, appointed the minimum.
Ahane
Is there
yibe ke ba wa.
But micro assembly members more 2023 but the Rosuma somewhere November. Okay.
December
2023, right? Okay. Asana in following year but the marry presidential. Mikla but more they were elected and were some appointed.
Some were appointed.
Wow. Mom so they were elected.
Hey,
Mary, I have a lot to do.
Nti modela ke abanda kia randa ye exam fanto ho a anda ye wo electoral areas nkonko masaniation 36 electoral areas.
How many communities? 127.
Abi say 23, abi say 26, abi say 27. Santikuma me wo worozure ye la ke anyo bobro ka no mo igu. Tuma beleke bonkusuo.
Must you to a woman?
Yeah, you are under money woman area. Aha, kaka zo chonwa. Ye de come first ni yemadia, nedi. Tuma be de kala suo. Onya, tuma de ke e wo juro hwane zo. Aduo yanka suo ma lo kwa. Aha, ye wa kala suo ke. Ye wo kojo suo ke. Ozo nyon we mo tie ni. kake bedeke fesi ba tamo be ye map mo betia ye mo tiba so mo ayi mo tiba na no nti kamo yidi nkomo fare assembly members be dia woni malekeke se botu amana se be ye ozo elected members ya okubenya 1/3 out of members okubenya 1/3 mo ahane ye lozo mini ireba hna bonwona balijuma nti mahane ye lake ile tinu pokola suliliwo ahane bela ba ile yan lazro die mo ile mede ile liwo ozan lazro die se kola ki yejuma okay da so yemi ni mo bokoro supporto ya agenda mpacho mo kare to nti da so eyi mbi mo me ede appointees mo sile ni eyi ane be ye wosoroke me de politicians is be me de be ya
an assembly member you must say it doesn't
good
political
nti ye boduke abanke assembly concept e de non partisan basa abazia abanuma pa
politics do that
buku no me say de non partisan ba abazia me politics
I learned there's an assembly sitting.
ne de assembly sitting
I late cry. My time back about
10 years
10 but many as a conversation is here to agree on one next week. Now,
1 month ahead of us, very useful.
Okay. And now, me be number one. Now, next time, next week, number bar. Me horrors right, nanny. It will go no more. Won't come more. It's Peter. Before we leave, you know, I think maybe you have 1 or 2 beer you add up to 1 hour, and then I will see you guys.
Today's our wedding Kankano, and they were assembly meeting. Now, assembly meeting is like the highest authority in the assembly setting. Okay. On meeting, it's very, very, very important. I could say a sessions of parliament.
Oh, okay.
So they are going to sit. Almost sit it, no more break it, no more sit it. Almost all sit it.
Come and just have a
oh yes, the media
public.
Okay.
Is invited. It's open to the public. Just that public, but now you don't you only observe. Just like it happens in parliament. School for to me call any other person to me call now a should be. And then there's an assembly meeting. They are going to, like he said, they are going to deliberate. They are going to legislate. Ombe shemra, ombe drinking your home. Na fe biya me anyama anka last time motena say omoka so ombe execute no and then omotena say ombe bisa yetumi aya na but what is so that is what is going to happen today. O womre a obetumi aba assembly hall oba sakonya wa obetumi abetena say now so no wa observe wa betena se bi.
Right, but you all last word now.
Yo, my kalake yame hozu yila anda mane na imamzi moti mo yepake mane yene yamezi awa ma yanwezo nkanka mi mabunu mo kaka mane ami yeju yezo enna mo be die yeju amasi yezo ntimisa ke ba mamzi moti wonu mo na ye ya fondi me akure ke bre vio wa mpunu dule mo e ho zuro atkabla me yawo nkanka wanza yele asi
all right nkanka wanza yele and me ye bi okay ne mo yisipa na me sure ke me dia nan di me we ka mo mizi mo tini some so far because wanza yele wow indeed on this mode in yela ba se bela more e ahwan ye mo ye ba the show ye very my able men from the National Commission for Civic Education, and also West Coast Management. Now, yeah, guys, producers, minimum production, those who are able to join us on Facebook with your comments and your reservation and observation. Keep watching West Coast TV, and then the show is West Coast Morning. Wednesdays, we normally engage the guys, and I get normally from NCC, as they live in it. Mom, that's so okay. Today is Wednesday night, midweek. Continue being yourself. Continue doing what you can do. Continue doing it, and I know, okay, with time, a bit fat. Me say a bit fat. nti I am Jemima Ando or Empress. Until then, have a good morning and enjoy the rest of our programs in our subsequent time. Na yeni ya hono epikepuke abiamo. So on this note, I say bye bye and enjoy your tea.